Hello YouTube, welcome to my second installation of the Myreque series. Now what you're going to need for this is 2 quests, In Search of Myreque and Nature Spirit. The skills required are 25 crafting, 7 magic and 15 mining. You will have to kill a level 84, but that's easy to do. His name is Gadaranx, and you get a special little reward at the end, which I'm not going to spoil it for you. So the items you're going to require are basically everything in my inventory, but I will list them right now. These are 2 food items, leave them in your familiar, 11 planks, swamp paste, hammer, 2 steel bars, 1 mithril bar, 1 silver bar, 1 coal, 1 cuts of fire, 20 nails of any kind, a spade, bucket, 5 buckets, a pot, 10 bronze hatchets, 3 tinder boxes, silver sickle bee, a rope, soft clay, 1 cosmic and 1 nature rune. Now to begin this quest, what you're going to want to do is copy my inventory, as I've just said, then go to Velith Hertz, which, you know, the canifis shortcut, if not, refer to my first quest guide. Now what you do from there is you follow the current video to the boat that is located north of the hideout, so you have to go across the tree, or the bridge tree, and from there on you will, find the boat if you keep going north. And then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be going to a place called Berg du Rot. Now Berg du Rot is located approximately east, then north across the little bridge, 2 seconds away from Morton. Now once you get there it's northwest, so ignore the video, that was me just looking for the place. It's been a while since I've been there, and from gaming I was used to using a Draken's medallion. So right, what you're going to want to do is when you get to the entrance to Berg du Rot, you're going to want to try and climb over. You will be rejected, but fear not. All you have to do now is take a bit of food out of your yak or your bull ant or whatever and put it in the chest. After you've done that, you will now have complete access to the town, and the NPC guarding it, Florin, will allow you in. Now you have to ask him about any out of the way places. That is the chat dialogue needed, and he tells you yes, but you'll need to fix up the town. So the first thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be heading to the pub icon. After you've got to the pub icon, you're going to want to climb the wall that you see my character doing, and from there on you will be mining rubble. Now there are certain things that you can locate in this rubble. They're just, quest related items. They have literally nothing, nothing I think, any relevance to it, except from maybe the plaster or the tablet. So here you go, you can see me mining it. I'm about to skip it because I don't think it's fair. You should watch me spend 10, maybe 15 minutes, it's a lot less than that, but I had a bronze pickaxe, mining all this area. Now make sure you've got at least 8 inventory spaces, because you get 3 unique items. These 3 unique items are in fact a plaster fragment and a dusty scroll. After you've got them, it's all good, you can throw away the rest, but you can't empty the bucket of rubble in the area. This is why you need the 5 the 5 buckets. So right, after that you're going to want to head to the general store after you've searched the wall plaque, because it gives you some slight information. And the general store is located on the southwestern part of town. Now what you're going to want to do is he's going to want you to fix up the town. So there are 2 holes, one in front of you directly with my character there, and one on the roof. This is where your planks and nails, and I think your swamp paste comes into effect. Now after you've fixed these, he asks for you to fill up the crate with certain things. This is what the 10 hatchets are about, the 3 tinder boxes are about, and there's one last thing. He'll ask you for 10 snails or 10 raw, I think it's mackerel. So make sure you've got a big net on you just in case. Now if it's mackerel, all you have to do is run I think it's south, and there are 3 fishing spots. Each of them are mackerel spots, and from there on you can fish the 10 mackerel and just fill up the crate, just by clicking the one thing and clicking the crate. So if that's not the case and it wants snails, what you've got to do is you've got to go out the town, then go west onto the little snail maze, kill them and just get the meat and put it in there. It's as simple as that. 10 meat, run back to the guy, and I'm now about to show you where the fishing spot is, just so you know, in case you got confused by my directions. You shouldn't have, but can't judge really. So here you go, just me picking up the stuff that I need to put in the crate from me yakety yak yak, and we will be there momentarily. I'm going to skip the whole process, and I'm just going to take you back to when I gave the fish to the guy after I've done the 10 mackerel. So here I go looking for it. So I went south, past everything. They're a Firewatch. They are aggressive if you're a lower combat, non-aggressive if you're a higher combat. Right, there you go. So what you're going to want to do now is, after you've fixed that up, you have to get a bank in the area. So for a bank you're going to require the 2 steel bars, nails, a hammer, 1 coal and a tinderbox. From there on you will, fix up the bank. And you've got a little bank in the area, so if you want to go barrows, you just got to run here, which is literally 2 clicks away. After you've fixed up the bank like Cornelius has suggested, you talk to him and say, why don't you become the bank manager, trust you with all my valuable shit, not like, you're going to eat my food and all that crap. And yeah, Cornelius becomes the cashier. So that works out pretty well for everyone. A bank close to barrows, it's relatively, it's just right next to it. It's quick enough to get to. You can even, I think it's from the next quest, you can use mercenaries to get here, which I'll have to show you a temple trekking thing. But yeah, it's pretty quick and it takes you directly here without having to take the canifis shortcut. But if you don't want to, well, you'll see what I mean in the next quest. So after you have done all the bank, you're going to have to fix the fireplace, which, as you can see, is located northwest by the fishing spot once more. Well, I think it's northeast, or southeast, west, whatever. You just saw where I ran to. And yeah, what you've got to do is you've got to use everything you've just used on it. Everything you got left. So the 1 steel bar, or the mithril bar, the coal, and the tinderbox. So that works out well. And then you get a cutscene of Gadaranx, and he invades the town. So what you've got to do is I think you've got to kill Gadaranx. But to do that, you have to go to the general store where you've just come from and speak to everyone in there, except from Gadaranx, and Gadaranx, I suppose. Yeah. And after you've done that, you will be able to attack the vampire juvenates after you've killed them with your blessed. Well, after they've run away, when you've got them to low health, you can kill Gadaranx, who's just gives a sob story about how his wife and kids, need this and all that crap. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter. You still have to kill him anyway. So here you go. Here's the cutscene. Well, not the cutscene. The beginning of the fight. And I'm just going to cut right to the end. Just because, it can be a bit boring watching me fight, I guess. So, let me get to the cutscene after I've killed Gadaranx. So yeah, Gadaranx is dead, and like I said, he's going to give you a sob story about his parents and everything. Well, him being a parent to his wife and his kids and all that crap. Doesn't really matter. Tried to kill you, and that sucker. Right. Now what you've got to do is you've got to talk to Vilaf very quickly, and he asks you to meet him back at the Myreque headquarters. Now you guys, I'm sure, know together. If not, I'm about to show you from the canifis dungeon way, or pub back of it way. And you talk to Vilaf, everyone disappears bar Ivan, I think. And then, yeah, you have to take Ivan to Potadomus. I gave him 2 food, and I think a stew maybe. There you go, let's see. You go into Potadomus from where he is. And from there on, he leaves the Mortania quest series until the next quest. So there you go, look, you're there, and you go now to speak to Drenzel. After you speak to Drenzel, you want to know about a weapon that could possibly beat the Firewatch and all the bad guys. So he reluctantly, after you've used all the options on him, like all the speech options, will give you a library key, and you use it in the east side of the wall. Now you'll see it because it says keyhole, and after you use that, you'll be able to go down some stairs that magically appear. Well, it's not magically, but you know what I mean. So here it comes. You're about to get the key now. Boom. Use the key on the keyhole. Stairs open up, and now you have to search all 3 of the searchable bookcases for all 3 books. You just have to click them once. You don't have to read them properly. And now after you've got the 3 books, you will go back to the canifis underground tunnel, and there is a wooden barricade with a hole underneath it. You will now knock down the wooden barricade and climb through to find a coffin. From there you will use a soft clay on the coffin to get a mould. Now you will have to go to a furnace. The quickest one in my opinion was Falador, but you could go to Lumbridge as well to make the Sliveril chain. Now what you're going to need for that is a mithril bar, a silver bar, a sapphire, a water rune, and a cosmic rune, and a rope. Now the rope, cosmic, and water rune aren't to make it, but they are quite needed for the next part. After you've done that, you're going back to the Salve Well, which is located in Potadomus, which is the temple Drenzel is in, and you get the books from. And you're going to dip the rod into the well, and go back to Vilev and give him back the weapon. That's quest complete.